Hey, welcome to another episode. My name is Dandy Michel, brand ambassador here at the Haitian American Museum of Chicago, and I'm your host. Today we are going to talk about soccer because right now we are in the middle of the World Cup tournament that is being played here in North America across Canada, the USA, and Mexico. In honor of such a beautiful sport, let's take a trip and study the history of the game, the importance of soccer for Haitians, and finally, the history of Haitian soccer right here in Chicago. Soccer is and has always been the people's sport. It doesn't demand expensive gear or elite facilities. Anyone can play it anywhere in the world as long as you have a ball and a flat surface. However, over the last century, this simple street game underwent a massive evolution. It became regulated, formalized, and standardized with universal rules. Let's hear what Chuck has to say about this.
As was mentioned, I'm a soccer historian. I'm part of the Society for American Soccer History. I'm not an expert in Haitian soccer history, but I do know World Cup history. And I guess I plan to start talking with 1950 World Cup, but something happened just yesterday that I don't know if all of you are familiar what happened with the Haitian jersey.
Yes.
Okay. Because if you are not familiar, that is a tragedy. As someone who loves history and loves soccer and believes in the game as a way to bring people together and to teach people, the millions of people who had the opportunity to see an image of incredibly important world history. Not just Haitian history, but world history. And to be, what is that? I imagine myself the first time I watched a World Cup game and I saw the Cameroon team in 1982. And that opened my world to the world, you know? And so I think of a 12-year-old kid somewhere in Iowa seeing that and being like, what is that? I need to learn about this. The Haitian Revolution? What was the Haitian Revolution? You know, so the opportunity, so for an organization, an international organization like the FIFA, to take that away is tragic. But hopefully the Haitian team can overcome that, and they have an opportunity to do that. So 1950, quickly. How many of you have heard of the goal that, the goal that shocked the world? That in 1950, the United States beat England at the World Cup, 1-0. First time England came to play in the World Cup. They, inventors of the game, did not go to the first World Cups, but they came in 1950 for the first time. They played the United States. The United States team, massive underdogs. The man who scores the goal, anyone know who scored the goal when the United States beat England? Yeah, a man named Joe Gaetjens. Joe Gaetjens, not an American, he's Haitian.
Wow.
Never became an American. Haitian, yeah, soccer, you would know. So he was working in New York City, was playing for a team called Brookhaven, high quality professional soccer in the United States. He's picked for the national team. He scores arguably the most important goal in American soccer history. And so by a Haitian. So 1950 starts. Let's move forward a little bit. 1973, Haiti qualifies for the next World Cup, their first World Cup. And as you see that beautiful art piece behind you there, That is an image from 1974 when Haiti played in West Germany. And again, Erlen just, I walked in here and I was like, he has taken what was talked about in our meetings and just turned it into beauty. And so that's 1974. 1974, Haiti did not do all that well at the World Cup, but they did score an incredibly important goal.
Against Italy.
Exactly, right behind us here. He scored against Dino Zoff, who was the goalkeeper for Italy, who had not had a goal scored against him for more than 1,000 minutes. So, and Haiti actually went up against Italy 1-0 in that. And so he came to the United States and played soccer for San Diego. So you have a Haitian player coming to the United States for that. I'm going to jump ahead quickly here. I'm running close. Okay. Gotta make sure. So look at that beautiful piece of art there with the Haitian revolutionary right in the center. Your team named after. My French is horrible, so you'll have to move it to. But right in the center, just to his left there, the Haitian women qualified for the 2023 World Cup. It's very, very significant. That's why I love soccer. Soccer is a game truly for everyone. And Erlen turned that representation, the importance of the Haitian women qualifying for the 2023 World Cup, demonstrating that soccer is a game for everyone. There are a couple of Haitian women that are now playing professionally in the United States. So on the world stage, and this again gets me to why I'm so upset about this uniform thing from 2026, that it's an opportunity for the world to see people and to see their best. And two of the women from that team now having an opportunity to play in the United States professionally, one of the best leagues in the world. So the importance of the Haitian women qualifying is essential. And now, of course, we bring it to 2026, and we'll see.
Beyond the tactics and the global stage, soccer plays an immense and irreplaceable role in Haitian life. It is woven into the very fabric of who we are, and just like any great love story, everyone has a completely different connection to the game. For some, it is a childhood memory. For others, it is a lifelong calling. For example, my initial connection with soccer came from my dad. I remember growing up and watching him in front of the TV, a passionate fan supporting Barcelona, Argentina, France, and as well as icons like Messi, Neymar, and Ronaldinho. He instilled in me what soccer is and the basics of the game. Thanks to him, that's how I started to love and appreciate the sport. To truly understand what this game means and at the highest level, let's hear about the experience of a former player in the Haitian National League. Let's hear what his experiences are, how he feels about the game, and how he understands it. Let's welcome Mr. Joseph.
That was my first experience. Then I played in the league for Racing, which is a club in Haiti. And from the time we were playing in school, there was a guy who was supposed to be the manager of us, and he got all the players and invited them to join Racing. The first game that we played in the stadium against a good team as well, that was the second category. It was the first category, and we started with the second category. So there was a blackout at that time. So everybody wait until the light turned on. I can't tell you, because all the players, we used to play together. So when we start playing and we beat the other team, which was Agrenois, they say they prefer to see that team, those two teams playing instead of the first team. They play after us. So, like I said, soccer is my life. Soccer is my discipline. That's the word that Courtney loved. My discipline.
This is my dad's handwriting, actually, in a tattoo that says discipline. How many times I've heard that in my life.
So, that discipline, how it's coming from, and what is the advantage of it? You have 11 players in a game. We have the system that we adapted, which was at that time from Brazil. 4-2-4. You have 4 defense, 2 in the center, and 4 in the front. They are the scorers. The 2 in the middle, they are the center who distribute the ball. The defense, we have 4 players. Left player, left we have 1 player. The next to him, there is another one. The 4th one, they are the center for the 4th. So at right, we have another player. I used to play in the left. But the beauty of it is that even though you play defense, at that time, you can counter attack. That means that I can, go ahead of the center and distribute the ball with the passing we play. The ball's supposed to be on the ground. And there's a formation of triangles where the triangle keep moving from side to side. And if you check that out, it's just like geometry. You see, that part of the science part of the game. And anyone can play soccer. You big, you small, whatever. You're not educated or these things. You didn't never been in school, you can play. So that gives you a good formation. When I say great formation, I can say great, because in my life I always understand that with 11 players in a game, make a team. But each individual has a role to play in the game. And that's the beauty, because even though the one who can play better, it's got to play with everybody to make that team. And what was the purpose of that? That when you go to play, you play to win. So if you don't win, you say, okay, I'll be prepared for the next time better. Prepare for the next time. But it's a challenge for you. And when I say soccer is my life, that means there are so many things I adapt in soccer. Know yourself and you will know everybody. And you're not forcing anybody to believe in what you believe in. You have your freedom to make your choice. So I'm not going to talk any more about that, but again, I'm very happy that in my life, I came to this state, I learned, and I'm using my background.
These video excerpts were taken right from an exhibition hosted by HAMOC, the Haitian American Museum of Chicago, who is also the main sponsor of this episode. HAMOC is located at 4623 North Clark Street, right here in Chicago's Uptown neighborhood. This exhibition was created to celebrate Haitian soccer here in Chicago and to honor our historic connection to this World Cup happening in North America. It has been 52 years since Haiti first qualified for the World Cup back in 1974. So this tournament holds an immense importance for us as Haitians and soccer fans. I interviewed some members of the audience to get their reactions. Let's hear what they had to say.
Mon nom c'est Ronald André.
Est-ce que vous avez un nom avec un nom?
Carine Moudachirou.
Ok. Merci beaucoup. Est-ce que vous avez un nom?
Nom c'est Courtney Joseph.
or
Okay.
Courtney Pierre Joseph.
Courtney Pierre Joseph, yeah.
Né en Haïti
Mm-hmm.
et mais immigré aux États-Unis en 1967.
Okay.
J'avais 9 ans.
Okay. Okay. Très jeune. Très jeune. Très jeune. Où étiez-vous les Haïti de qualifié en 1974?
Oui, en 1974, laisse voir. J'étais gagné en 1974, parce que moi, j'ai fait en 57.
So, tu as environ 14 ans?
Non, plus que ça, hein? 74. 17 ans.
17 ans, yeah,
À peu près
exactement.
17 ans, hein?
Mm-hmm.
Et pour te dire vraiment,
Mm-hmm.
moi, j'étais vraiment déconnecté, hein?
Ok.
C'est pas l'importance, oui, je connais que Haïti qualifié, etc.
Mm-hmm.
Mais comme j'étais déconnecté, vraiment déconnecté avec le pays, avec Haïti,
Ok.
et très intégré dans la vie des États-Unis,
Ok.
pas vraiment pas ça en pile l'importance. Hein?
Ok. Ok.
Oui,
Est-ce que tu as comparé Jean-T. West en 1914 à 2026 qui change tant tout?
totalement différent.
Ok.
Totalement différent. Parce que je peux dire que moi plus haïtien qu'ounier.
Creole back then.
Oui,
Lagem
voilà,
Pou'm.
exactement.
Mhm.
Hein? Ouais. Et pour moi, que Haïti qualifie maintenant en 2026,
Oui.
je suis fier. Ils sont grand fierté.
Ah
hein?
oui. Très. En pile, en pile.
Et spécialement avec tous les problèmes hein, qu'on a en Haïti. Hein?
La tribulation.
Les tribulations, hein, de voir que le pays produit toujours
Des talents.
des gens de valeur
Mhm.
qui peuvent réussir partout,
Ok.
partout qu'on est au monde, hein,
Mhm.
comme haïtien.
Oui.
Mhm.
Oui.
Je suis vraiment fier, vraiment fier.
Et fierté ça me
Comme
fait.
hearsay pour Coupe du Monde 1974, c'est ça?
Mhm.
Nous, tout ça, nous toujours entendu, c'était fierté, comment tout Haïtien était fier de pays, de concitoyens qui étaient allés dans la Coupe du Monde. Là. Kounye, moi-même, en vivre situation, ça, Kounye, je me sens moins fier, moins content pour le pays, nous. Parce que spécialement, on a passé un moment qui est vraiment difficile dans l'histoire d'Haïti.
Oui, oui.
Alors, pour nous, c'est une façon pour le peuple en courage, pour unifier nous et pour aider nous un petit peu plus à l'avance.
Ok.
Oui, le 74 pas de fête. So, Kounia pour ouais moun ka parler de bagay qui t'est passé année prochaine, almost 50 years ago, right?
52 years ago.
52 years ago, right?
Yeah.
So, community in Chicago te pipiti. Moi, papa m'a parlé aujourd'hui de qui Jean moun yo te fait te ouais jouet là qui te gain pas un problème de politique.
Yes.
So, kounya mwe Haïtien besoin bagay pour yo content.
Yes.
And so I think the difference from what I'm understanding, right, between 74 and 26 is that there's a bigger community in the diaspora now.
Yes.
And we need Haiti to have a victory. I think
Okay.
it will be a symbolic victory because in the last 52 years, there's been a lot of turmoil, I would
Yes.
say, that Haitians have
Yeah.
experienced and seen.
I
so
agree.
this is a positive thing to see Haiti in the news for, and we hope for another victory. That's what it seems like the comparison is.
Okay. Great. Great. Because soccer is so deeply embedded into the Haitian soul, it is only natural that wherever our people go, they bring that passion with them. That is exactly what happened here in Chicago. For decades, soccer has served as a central pillar for the Chicago diaspora, encouraging the community and keeping our culture alive. But this foundation did not build itself. It was laid by visionaries. To understand this part of our history, let's hear from Kareen Nunnally, as she shares the story of her father, Edna Frank, one of the pioneers who helped build Haitian soccer.
My father was Edna Frank, Franck, and he was known as Père Funk. He was known as Mr. Soccer. My father loved soccer. My father was attending the Chicago Sting games when no other people of color were going to the Chicago Sting games. I remember we would attend the summer camp barbecues that Chicago Sting would have, inviting the public, and we would be the only people of color there. And my father did not care because he loved the game and he knew the players, and he just fully embraced it. And so when you use the word discipline, that was a term that my father equated with soccer, with football. When he was asked, because what happened was, as young Haitian immigrant men were coming in the late 70s, early 80s, they wanted an opportunity to come together, and they sent a letter to my father telling them that, hey, this is something that we want to do, and we want to know if you would be willing to guide us in this process. Held a meeting, and my father chose Louverture as the name because Louverture was his hero. And he saw it as an opportunity to consistently elevate the name and the legacy of Louverture and the power of Haitian culture. And so Louverture was birthed, I think, 1981. I was 15, I think. And so there were many Saturdays at the park preparing and training. And what began to happen was the Haitian community knew that on Sundays at, I don't remember what time, we would be at Jackson Park and we would come together, and it became more than just about soccer. It evolved into community, and many of us grew up together, supporting each other, learning. But my father was very adamant about football, because that's what I'm going to call it. Football being the access to their future. He wanted the young men to know that there was a way to maintain their culture through football, and also to strengthen their discipline and to focus on education. He constantly talked about that. Discipline, education, community. Those were the things that were important to him. And so when they would, kind of get out of line, he'd say, you are here to be disciplined, to get an education, and to support your community. He would constantly enforce those things with them. So soccer was my dad's life. If he wasn't working, he was doing everything as it relates to soccer. And the Louverture Soccer Club grew, so much so that I believe maybe the late 80s, early 90s, he created a second soccer club, which he would name after Dusa. Again, always choosing a name that would elevate Haitian culture, Haitian history.
Soccer began as a simple game for people requiring nothing more than a ball and a flat surface. Over the years, that global game expanded across oceans, eventually finding its way at the heart of Haiti. Today, it is deeply cherished. While everyone holds their own and unique connection to the pitch, soccer remains the ultimate force that unifies us, keeping our communities connected. We see that exact legacy right here in Chicago through pioneers like Edna Frank. From our historic first World Cup in 1974 to the incredible pride of watching Haiti compete on the world stage once again this year, the game is and always will be our heartbeat. Our heartbeat. Cheers to soccer, cheers to Haitian soccer, and may the game continue to prosper. From the Haitian American Museum of Chicago, HAMOC, I'm your ambassador, Dandy Michel. Thank you for tuning in. Keep the passion alive, and we'll catch you right here for the next episode.